Hi guys, here's another show. So in this case, I'm going to be doing the Wheel of Fortune one for the NES. There actually were four games developed for the NES. Right now, I have only the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune Family Edition, and then there was a special version that came out, Wheel of Fortune with Vanna White. And the last one is the Wheel of Fortune Junior version, which I don't have here. But either way, I mean, this is a fun one. There's actually some. There's other games that obviously famous shows that NES adapted, like Jeopardy, Family Feud. But right now, I'm just going to focus on the Wheel of Fortune, just for you guys to know a little bit more about the history. So the Wheel of Fortune is a Nintendo Entertainment System video game developed by Rare and released by Game Tech, as you guys can tell right here at the bottom. If you guys can't see it, that's Game Tech. That's the releaser. And essentially, this was released back in 1988. This one. It was released exclusively in North America. It is a digital version of the popular American game show Wheel of Fortune. The rules of the TV show apply in the video game. Players are able to purchase valves, spin the wheel, participate in lightning rounds, and test their luck in the final round. Also, in this case, neither host Pat Sajak nor hostess Vanna White is featured in any of these games. However, White is featured in a later NES game from Game Tech, and which basically was released in 1992, which is this one right here. So this was the last version that they released. But essentially, here I want to explain a little bit more because many of you have been asking me a little bit about how this actually works, or how to read or understand these chips. So this is what they call the CIC, and that's a security chip. The mapper is this one right here. So a mapper basically is which binary counter, which is 011101, computer code. And these two, this is a CHR, and this is a PRG ROM. So these two, you'll see right here. So this is basically the security chip. This is the mapper or the binary counter, and these are the two ROMs, the CHR, and that's the PRG. And this is kind of classic how Nintendo's, if you open them up, this is how the majority look, right? So here, this is actually the Vanna White one. So we'll start back here because this is the first one that was released, just to give you a quick little history. So this one was released exclusively in North America. And again, this is a North American version. Why? People have been asking is because it was only released in Canada, US, and Mexico. As you can see, this is a white and gold emblem. You can see it's not a circle. If you see the circle, that's the European one. This was exclusively released in the North American version. So it's Game Tech, obviously. You look at the side. This is how it's supposed to look on the side as well. This is the back. Trying to make sure that it shows in there. It was made in Japan, of course. And this is the first one that was released actually to the NES of the Wheel of Fortune. Pretty good. This one fortunately came with a map, so you guys can look at it. Actually, a map, I'm sorry, a poster. Pretty good condition. Again, like I said in other videos, you can see a little bit of wear in there. Usually that's where the wear is at because these were foldable. They're not the best material out there. And then this one obviously came with, these didn't usually survive the time because people would, test the time because people usually will fill this out and purchase to get Nintendo Power through the mail. And this as well, people would send these in, get their, register for game and receive advance notice of Game Take releases, so people would send these in. So you really didn't find these that much. This is a booklet. Again, it's printed in Japan. It has NES WF-US 1. This one has it as well, but it's usually here on the flap. So I'll say NES WF-US USA 1, as you can see. And this is a booklet. Right away, again, the white and gold emblem you see starts on page 3, so they count this as page 1, the front page. That does happen in certain booklets. Really good. It has a user controller, setting up the game, explaining how to set up the game, how to play the rounds, continue playing the rounds, how to play round 2. Of course, anybody who's familiar with Wheel of Fortune, there's 3 rounds. Then here, how to play round 3, the speed up round, how to play round 4, right? I'm sorry, 4 rounds, and essentially hints and how to how to play the game, which is pretty cool. It tells you how, gives you a little bit of guidance, safety precautions, compliance with the FCC. Right, everybody, you have to comply with the rules. And here is just essentially other games that they made. They made The Price is Right, Hollywood Squares. They did Password as well. So there's other games that Game Tech developed through the NES and put out there. And this is, if you look at here, this is a round. If you look at it, this would be the European version, the Jeopardy one, versus it should be oval shape. And I have the Jeopardy one as well with me, and that would be the North American one. Just wanted to point that out to you guys really fast. That's how it looks. This is the front of it. This is obviously this would not actually correlate with this one, because this X actually is supposed to be a white oval shape, not a gold. And I can show it to you. So this is what I'm telling about, you guys. If you purchase something like this, some of the people, what they do is mix and match. They buy this and then they mix and match it with this, or they just, they don't know what they're getting. But this obviously does not go with this. This is a different mark. This is not the US, the North American version. So you guys can tell right away, and that's why I'm telling you guys to look at this. And many people overlook that, but that's important to know. Doesn't mean it's not from Nintendo. It is. This is a chip. This is how it looks, of course. This is a security chip as well. The binary counter, of course. The 2 ROMs. Pretty straightforward. I mean, nothing really changes that much out of it. The back of it's made in Japan. Has a little indentation in there if you guys can read it. Barely, you can see it barely. It's almost completely faded, so it's really hard to read. But RE, and on the side, that's the print. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. And then we go on to next. This was a family edition that was released next. This is the box. Great condition, the box also. Again, North American version. North American version. This is the side. This is the side. Again, here's what you can, this has to correlate with booklet, NES W3 USA 1. This is how it looked. So that's the family edition. This is how the booklet looked. It says NES W3 USA 1 and print in Japan. The majority of these were print in Japan. So again, you open it up, right up. You see the NES version right there. And it starts off as page 2, as this last one too as well. I'll put this over here. Just as this one started as well, they count this as page 1. And it just goes pretty much how to use the controllers, setting up the game, how to play it. It just keeps going on telling you how to play it. Basically the rules are the same. How to play round 2, how to play round 3, and how to play round 4. Like I said, there's 4 rounds. Message to the players, hints on playing the game, which is pretty cool. Again, they're telling you what to do. Safety precaution, the FCC. Of course, it's FCC because obviously this was a game show on TV, so it's regulated, limited warranty. And then here they showed you here to look for the other ones. The Wheel of Fortune, this one. Wheel of Fortune Junior, that's the junior version. I don't have that one, but as you can tell, it has a North American emblem, that oval shaped one in gold. Here's the Jeopardies. So they made Jeopardy. I have this one. I just recently got the Jeopardy Junior, and I'm waiting to get the 25th anniversary Jeopardy. So this is the ones they made as well. And as you can tell, again, it's a white and gold emblem. They made other games as well. You can see Double Dare. Anybody that's back in the day remembers the Hollywood Squares. This is from Nickelodeon. They did even Fisher Price games as well. So they had Family Feud. They had a bunch of other games that they put out, that were actually game shows that they put out there. So they really cornered the market in that area. So here's how the front looks. This is correct. Look again, the North American. This is right here, says NES W3 USA, which correlates with the box, which is correct, and the booklet. Again, here is how it looks. Chip. This is basically security chip. This one has 2 binary codes, and this has 2, of course, the 2 ROMs. And this is actually an authentic Nintendo chip. This NES version, and right here you can see the indentation. looks like 0J to me, or OJ. And it says 1985. So this is the authentic one. Goes to North American. Again, just to repeat so you guys can look at this. I keep saying, just look at this. These are completely different. This is North American. That's either the European version, and this is the Vanna White one that they came up. So there's one more here that I don't have. It's the junior one. I should be getting that soon, and that would complete the whole Wheel of Fortune that they printed out. So the Vanna White one is a special, like last one that they came up with. Has over 2,000 puzzles. This is the North American version again. Here it says again the 90-day warranty for sale only in U.S., Canada, and Mexico. That's what they call it, the North American version. There it is. They were selling this, so it's just like a little bit. I try to find a way to if I can get rid of that. But they wrote on it for like $1.80. So this is NES Y6 USA. So that's going to correlate with the cover as well. This is the North American version here. It says made in Japan, and it says NES Y6 USA, as you can see. This is the cover. It says again right here Y6 USA. That's the gaming pack. See, this white and gold. You can look at the whole game. Again, using control, setting up the game, how to play the rounds. 4 rounds. There you go. And the 3 players would come up. So a controller input, the NES basically would control first and second player, and then the third was controlled by the second input or second player controller where it goes for all these games as well. Message to players, kind of the same thing. Here again, they're doing Super Jeopardy. They also had that one. They also had the American Gladiators. That's way back in the day. So that was a pretty fun game. Here again, they show the Wheel of Fortune one. This one, it's showing Jeopardy, the regular Jeopardy. I have that one. They have Concentration, Family Feud. I have Family Feud. They have the Harlem Globetrotters game as well. There's a compliance as well. And that's basically how it's supposed to look. Cool thing about this one came actually, the Vanna White one came up with a poster with her and a signature print. So these are pretty hard to find nowadays because they were used, or people put them up on the board, especially back in the day. She was very famous. And this is the North American version again. Actually, it was only released in North America. It's just white in the back. So actually surprising the good condition it's at. These again, if you want Nintendo Power, of course, that's a Nintendo magazine. These didn't last because people would send these in, and yeah, I want it. They would send it in. You would get a magazine. This is if you wanted more information from whatever they were releasing, Game Tech was releasing. You had to send this in, and they would send you notifications of new games coming out. And this was said, read before you're using your NES. And this is just basically giving you some instructionals. But this again, here's a chip. The 2 ROMs, obviously the protector, the security chip, and obviously the binary, reads the binary code. So pretty straightforward, and you can see here very clearly, this is a Nintendo 1988. And right here, it says US, Canada, and then right here you can see the little indentation, looks like a 0 and 8A, you can barely see it. So it's made in Japan, just fine. So just really quick video. I didn't want it to go that long. Went a little longer than I thought, but there it is. This is the one that I am missing, the Wheel of Fortune Junior. But please, guys, subscribe. You guys are writing to me, but I really please push that subscribe button right there so I can keep doing these videos for you. So you guys can keep looking at the chips. So I can keep explaining more to you, so you can know if you have the authentic version or not. I'm going to go more to detail with the chips later on. This one a little bit longer again, but please, guys, subscribe. Let me know what you want. I have tons of NES I can put out there. Please let me know. Please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate you. Many are looking at my videos. Just please subscribe so I can keep doing this for you guys. I appreciate it. This is a collector checking out.